Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Phantom again. This one's one that played out quite nicely according to the TA. So we're going to be looking at it again because we've had this move down, but is this the start of a new move to the downside, or do we still have one last leg to the upside? These are the questions we're going to be looking at. First off, I want to say thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to show your support, please smash that like button up. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Feel free to comment with any feedback on the videos you may have below. And while you're down there, you can find a link to our Discord. We have so much going on in there. It's free to join the general chat area. So why not come and have a look and talk to some of the team if you land in there. Just mention one of us. We'll be happy to help you out with anything you may have. Also in the description below, you'll find an affiliate link to BYBIT. This is one of the best exchanges to use in our opinion. It's the one that we use when we're doing our trades. Whether you want to leverage trade or just spot trade, it really is a great exchange. Okay, all that being said and done, let's get into the price action. So initially we were looking for this fifth wave to come up here into this box, but it's actually looking like we have had a truncation here by the look of this move to the downside. And I'm now looking at this as potentially a fourth wave still here. So there's two ways of looking at this. We can have it that actually what we have is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 up into this point, and then actually this green third wave comes here, and this fourth wave comes here, and then effectively would be completed. So this is what we're looking out for. But for the time being, I'm just still monitoring this zone down here because it is possible that we could still have a little bit left in the tank here, especially so the hourly is oversold. The 4 hourly, sorry, the hourly is overbought, the 4 hourly is oversold, and the 8 hourly is oversold as well. So this is giving us a little bit of an indication that we could start to see a little bit of a move to the upside here, with that 8 hourly and 4 hourly still being oversold. Though we need to bear in mind the daily is overbought, so this could indicate that we could be going on in a further downwards move. But basically, what we could have here is if we come in here a little bit closer, we could have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this low here. And then basically what we would have then is this is an ABC to the upside, so three-wave move to the upside, and it would be a very short ABC if that's the or B wave if that's the case, but it's not unheard of. So just going to keep monitoring it. Could have this as a B, and then we could be looking at this as a completed move into this low here. So that's the one way of looking at it. If this is what's playing out and this actually is completed into this low here, this could effectively be the fourth wave low. If we're going to be looking for this potential of this fifth wave up into this high point area, I just want to measure this again and just make sure that it hasn't come down slightly lower. Okay, so it has changed slightly. So I'm going to just adjust this so we get some accurate targets in here. So if we hold this low that we've currently set, we could be looking to target out this 27 cent 10 to 28.66. Although we would have to be cautious of potentially coming and setting another triple top basically, where we have this fifth wave truncate around this zone again of 26.20. So it is possible we could just see a move up into there, and it doesn't have to go up to this box, but this is a common travel area for this. Actually, that's slightly out. So let me just drop him in there. Okay. So if we are looking for upside moves here, this isn't giving me much confidence at the moment, but we could be setting up a 1-2-1-2 situation, or it could be forming some kind of a diagonal. And if it's a diagonal, what we'd be looking for is something like this is a 1. This probably come down for 2, and then a 3, 4, and a 5 like this, all made up of zigzags. If this is to play out, alternatively, we could be looking at this move as a 1, 2, and then we'll be looking to for evidence that we're in this third wave. And basically what that would be is a move up from this current point to this 2444 area. So I'm just going to drop a mark on this for now. 2444. Move that up one. There we go. So if this is the case, we could be looking at the potential that we have. This is a 1-2, this is a 1-2, and then we could be looking at an additional 1-2, and then we're going to start. So this would be valid for as long as we hold this low point here of 22.85 and this 22.62 area. Should we hold these areas, then we could still be looking for this bullish potential to the upside, though really we'd want to see a move up to this 24.44 area for confirmation. And then if that does play out, what we'd then have is this could come down slightly more as well. This could be an A, a B, and a C, and we come down low and maybe retest some of these low points here, but we wouldn't want to cross this 22.85. So it's possible we could come a little bit lower with this move. But if from the current position, what we would then be looking at is something like this. And then that would effectively be a move like this with the additional wave in the beginning here. So that's what we're looking out for. A move up past this 2444 would make me start thinking that we could be looking towards these targets here of this 2866 and 228.7. So 0.2714. It's early, need more coffee. And then basically from there we could start to look down. So the alternative is that we are completed here, and what we would want to avoid then is basically, because we have this 5-wave move here and we were looking at this as an ABC, so if I just move this C wave out of there, basically what we're looking at is the potential that if we move down past this blue line here at 2186, I'm going to double check this again just for sanity's sake. 2188. So there we go. So 2188. If we have a move down past this 2188 area, then we would have to start looking at this move as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And if we had a 5-wave move like that, then basically we would have to be of the assumption that we're going to get another 5-wave move until proven otherwise. And what we would then look for is potential for a move back up. Obviously, it depends exactly where this lands. But if I just let me plot it out accurately, or somewhat accurately here. So if we move down there, we bounce back up to this 382 area, then we look to push down again. Let me remove that. We'll just plot this off this low area here. So all I'm doing here is using the fib ratios to sort of create a roadmap of where it typically goes. These will change depending on what sort of waves unfold. So we just need to be aware of that. These target areas, until we actually get the wave development, it's more important about the waves. These fib ratios and stuff are a secondary tool. What I mean is you use them for confirmation rather than sort of prediction, if that makes sense. You don't want to just solely work off of these, otherwise you're probably going to get burnt at some point. Okay, so now this is basically what we're looking at. If we're looking for this progression to the upside here, it's going to be within these 5-wave moves that we went over. But if this is going to look to break down from this high point here, we would be looking for evidence that we are in this third wave. And basically what we would be looking for then is for this to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this low. And actually, I'm just going to remove these bullish ones off of here. Let me just do this and delete. There we go. So off of this smaller move to the downside here, what we'd be looking out for is potential that we have this as a bounce, and we could be looking to move back up into this 50% to 618 area, this 23. Well, the range is actually up to this 2449 and this 2369 area. You can see we already bounced off of this high here, so off of this 50% level. So that could be completed, or like I said, we could form an a B, and then a C to the upside. If it is going to do that, then basically we'd be looking for a move somewhere into the zone of this 24-cent range. That would be my guesstimate. And then if that plays out, then what we would have is an a B, and a C to the upside. So if we do develop that, then what we need to be careful is that we don't actually have an additional 1 and a 2, and then we progress down. And then what that would effectively do is this third wave would then become deeper, and we'd probably move past this invalidation point for so we'd actually I can remove that now, but we'd move lower than this 2080 area. So we'd be looking for a much deeper move then, because basically all these waves then shuffle down, and you're having an extension within the third wave. So the third wave is probably going to be much lower down here. So if I just plot this off here, just so we get an idea. Like I said, these are not exact until we get the waves, but ideal third wave position for this internal wave count here of 1, 2 would then become this 20-cent 52 range, and then what we would then have is a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Then effectively this third wave would come down here and would have an additional fourth and fifth. So you get the picture. Basically, it just depends on how exactly these moves play out, but that's what I'm looking for. So 20 cent 52. If we move past that, then it would be confirmation that we are probably not going to have this green fifth wave as indicated. But really, we need to just be aware that I would say that would be a completed move at that point, rather. We'd be looking for a much deeper B wave retracement at that point. So I'm going to remove these off here just to remove the clutter. And basically, the thing is with this, so let's get rid of this. What we're looking out for is, if this is completed, is it the end of a corrective structure, or is it the beginning of a new move? So if it is the beginning of a new move, and say we completed, either way we're going to complete here, or we're going to complete into this high point here. So we need more evidence for this fifth wave. But if we're going to be conservative and say we've already completed here, we could be looking for a move down to this 0.5 area, which is 20 cent 74, anywhere between there and 17 cent 58. So a common area is this 0.618 area here, which is this 0.1963. And as you can see, this is sitting now on previous resistance, and which was also previous support. So it is possible that should we start to break down, this could be quite an interesting area to look at. This 19 cent 63 range, somewhere within there, probably between this 50% and the 60 and the 61 618 area. So that'd be 20 cent 74 to 19 cent 63. That could be a good little target area should we look to break down in a deeper move. So if this move does develop into a 5-wave move, it would sort of evidence that this is probably what's going on, because we'd get a 5-wave move to the downside, then a B wave to the upside, and then probably a deeper 5-wave move to the downside again. Though, like I said, because the daily is so high, we just need to be careful with these moves. Once we start to get 5-wave progressions, we need to monitor them and see how they react at these impulsive triggers. So that is what we'll be doing there. So as I was saying earlier, we need to, if this is a completed move here, or whether it's got one more leg up, we need to be aware that it could be, if I just switch over to the other chart here, it could be something like this, where we've actually got a flat correction here, where this is an A, B, and a C wave, and this would all be within a B wave of a zigzag. And if that's the case, what we'd be looking for is a potential move down towards this lower 14 cent range. Obviously, we don't have an exact target yet because we don't have good structure to work off of, but the more structure we get, the better idea we'll have. So I mean, at the moment, off of this high point, this would take us down to this 1387 range. And if that's the case, basically what we'd be looking for is we don't really want to cross this 14 cent range. Otherwise, this diagonal option becomes invalid, and it would probably then mean that actually what we're going to get is a much deeper retracement. Though that being said, impulse only comes at this 9 cent 37, so it is possible. Um, I'm sort of leaning more towards this diagonal option just based off of the first drop. It does make more sense to me, in my opinion. So we'll monitor it. If we break down below this 14 cent area, then we'll have to reevaluate what's going on, because then we'd have to just count this as a 1, 2, and then potentially a third wave in the making. But until we do that, we could be looking to target out this bottom trend line again, and that would take us, depending if we move up to that other target, basically that could bring that above this 14 cent range. So if we have that fifth wave up, then it's possible that this is going to bring us up a little bit, and we're going to look to target out this bottom zone here. So we just need to see if we get that fifth wave. That all being said and done, I hope everyone found the video useful and informative. And if you did, please, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. This really helps us out. I hope everyone has a great day, and until we meet you again in the next video, keep safe out there, everybody.